Formally start. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Yoga for Yogis with Mandy. We're grateful for everybody in our wellness community who has joined us today to partake in this wonderful class. We're thankful to Yonkers Public Library for giving us the Zoom room. We're grateful to Friends of Crestwood Library and also to Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, who provides funding for this and other wellness programs. We are thankful to Mandy for her excellent expertise and skill. And I want to give a special shout out to Mary from the library who helps me run the Zoom room while we're all practicing yoga. So I'm going to turn it over to Mandy now on this terrific Thursday.
All right, I just want to add that I was thinking about Shavasana a lot today, so I don't know why, but I just wanted to let you know that if you, at the end, when we come out of Shavasana and you feel like just staying on the floor or just, zooming out, you're absolutely welcome to just stay there. If it's too short, I just felt like that I should tell you that. All right. So find a comfortable seat on your mat, maybe on the chair, and I will give you the cue then to come down onto the mat if you're using the chair for the pranayama. So then take those fleshy parts of the sit bones, find length in your spine, and just rest your hands maybe on your knees, maybe in your neck, wherever it feels comfortable. And then if you like, just close your eyes. If you do not want to close your eyes, just lower your gaze down to the floor and just rest your eyes. And then just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through the nose. Just keep doing that while I'm talking about the pranayama that we're going to do now. Whenever you are ready, we're going to do the 3-part breath, which means you take a deep breath in through your nose, and then you pause. You exhale out 1/3, pause, 2/3, pause, and then exhale out everything, pause, and then inhale and fill the lungs, every corner of the lungs with air, pause, exhale out 1/3, pause, exhale out 2/3, pause, exhale out everything, pause, take a deep breath in, pause, exhale 1/3, pause, exhale 2/3, pause, exhale everything, pause, inhale. And now do this on your own, about 3 times. After the 3rd time, just return to your natural breath. Just scan through the body from all the way to the top of your head, through the neck, shoulders, spine, your chest, the lower back, the belly, your hips, glutes, legs, ankles, toes. All the way from the shoulders, through the elbows, wrists, and fingers. Slowly lower the chin towards the chest. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck. And slowly open your eyes. Lift your head. And if you were sitting on a chair, now meet us down on the mat. So we start lying down on the back. I just also want to add that my dog is lying there in the corner, completely knocked out sleeping, but that might change just in case you hear a noise or a bark. Alright, so now when you lie down, bend your knees, and then just find that natural curve of your lower back. So maybe tilt your pelvis all the way forward and then all the way back so that your lower back is kind of flush with the ground below. And then arch it again and then find that space right in between where it feels natural. And then push the shoulders away from your ears. And then bend your elbows and press your elbows and the upper arm into the floor and feel how that lifts your chest and how you can maybe lift the shoulders just a little and squeeze the shoulder blades together and open the area around the collarbones, and then bring your arms right beside the body again. And then turn your head slowly over to the right side without any strain, no forcing, just very gently, almost just let it drop to one side. Breathe. Slowly bring the head back to the middle. And then turn your head over to the other side. And slowly come back to the middle. Lengthen the back of the neck, so maybe bring the chin towards the chest a little. And then bring your right arm all the way up. Bring your left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And then lift your right arm as if your fingertips want to tip the ceiling. Plug the shoulder back down into the ground. Lift your left arm as if the fingertips touch the ceiling and bring them back down. And then bend your elbows again, bring them right beside you, and then palms down, arms right beside the body. Tilt your pelvis up so that lower back is pushing down into the mat again. Lengthen that tailbone and then slowly start lifting up as if you want to come into bridge pose. You're not coming into bridge pose yet. Just feel maybe the thighs, the knees, maybe your hip flexors, and then slowly lower back down. Just arch that lower back gently. Press maybe that tailbone down. Inhale. Belly fills with air, and as you exhale, use those abs, push them, scoop them in and up. Lower back pushes down, the tailbone starts lifting up, and you come into kind of a half bridge pose, not lifting up the middle back, maybe just the lower back, And then see how your knees are doing. Are they flaring out to the side? Maybe you want to push them a little together. See how that feels and lift up a little bit higher. And then slowly start rolling down, bone by bone by bone. Feel the length of the spine. Imagine how every time you do this, the bridge, the spine becomes a little bit longer. You're creating space in between the vertebrae. Take a deep breath in. Feel how you can arch that lower back, fill the belly with air much easier. And then as you exhale, exhale in and up, lower back pushes down, lengthen the tailbone, press your arms down, feel your feet pushing down, and then lift that tailbone, your lower back, and maybe now your upper back is lifting up. What is your neck doing? Mine was just my nose and my chin was reaching up towards the ceiling. Bring it down towards the chest. Long neck. And then maybe push just a little bit higher and see how this feels. Shoulders evenly push down, lengthen that spine, and then start again rolling down, bone by bone by bone. Take your time, nice and slow and in control. And then relax. Take that really deep, full exhale, inhale, and then whenever you're ready and that exhale is coming, engage the abs, lengthen the tailbone, press your arms and your feet down, and start lifting up into bridge pose. What is the neck doing? Long neck, chin towards the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Breathe here. And slowly roll back down. Take your time. And then with the next one, if that is an option, you can bring your hands together underneath your hips, underneath your body, interlace your fingers, and see how that feels. Maybe you can lift those hips a little higher. If that's not an option, just stay where you are and keep doing what you're doing. Take a deep breath in, arch that lower back, let the belly come out. Exhale, lengthen the spine, start lifting up, engaging your abs, long neck, and start lifting up. Whenever you are at the height that you feel okay with, maybe wiggle to the left and the right of the shoulders and bring the hands together underneath your body. And then stretch the arms out, open up the chest. And don't worry if that's not in today, that's fine. Just keep the arms right by your side and push down from the shoulders through the elbows, forearms, wrists, and all 10 fingers, and feel the body lifting, opening up the whole front and the back of the body is working. Well, also the front of the body, right? The thighs, and then slowly, if your fingers are interlaced, let it go. Bring the hands right beside you. Still long neck, and then start rolling down in between the shoulder blades, your lower back, and the sacrum and the tailbone. Wow. Now, shake the legs out just a little. And then lift your arms again, halfway up, palms facing each other. And then just lift again the right arm up and the left arm up and put them back down. And then bring the arms overhead. See how that feels. Maybe relax your elbows. And that helps to relax the shoulders, the shoulder blades. Breathe here. Feel how it opens the chest, rib cage. And then let's start with the exhale. Take a deep breath in, and then as soon as the exhale comes, tighten up those abs. Feel how the ribs maybe push down towards the belly. And then from that movement, you start lifting up your arms, reaching up. So you're scooping the abs in and lift up the arms, and then slowly bring the arms back down, and then relax the whole core muscles. And we do this one more time. Lift the arms halfway up. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale out, open up the arms, lift the arms overhead, maybe bend those elbows just a little to relax the shoulders. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale out, scoop those abs up, lengthen the tailbone, push the lower back down, feel how the ribs are moving towards your belly button. And from there, you move your arms up halfway. Feel the core scooping in and up, and then slowly bring the arms back down. Then bend bring your right knee into the chest. Yes, bring the right knee into the chest and stretch your left leg out. Flex both feet. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale out, lift the nose towards your right knee. Slowly lower back down. Bring your right foot down. Bring the left knee into the chest. Stretch. If you want to, you don't have to stretch out that right leg. See how it feels. And if you feel like, yes, this is fine, but I just don't want to lift up my head, just stay here. If you feel like, yes, I want to lift up my head, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale out, nose towards your left knee. Slowly lower back down. And then bend both knees again. And take a deep breath in. Again, arch that lower back. As you exhale, scoop those abs in and up. And then just walk your feet out, but keep that lower back. Push down into the mat and see how far you can walk out your feet without losing the control of your lower back and the core. Feel how you have to zip up those abs, right? That's it. I can't go any further. And then slowly walk back. And then relax. That natural arch is coming back. And then lift up your right leg into a table pose, right? 90 degrees. And then lift up your left hand and push your left hand into the inside of your right knee. So now we try to find this core, because maybe it's easy to push the leg in and the arm in, but let's make this movement come from your core. If you want to, you don't have to, you can also lift your head. Feel the lower back pushing down into the floor. Feel the connection to the core. Those ab muscles are working right now. And slowly lower everything back down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Lift up your left leg, tabletop. Bring your right hand on the inside of your left knee and push your hand into the knee and the knee into your hand. And then see if you can make that transition from thinking just the leg and the arm muscles are working, but no, the core muscles are working. Sometimes it's easy to exaggerate that feeling by lifting the head. Breathe here. Feel the lower back flush down with the, or feeling it flush with the bed. I'm not sure if flush down is the right word. And then slowly lower down and shake it out. So as soon as your feet are touching the floor, you can feel that lower back arching slightly a little bit, right? So that's the connection I want to have, all right, the core. So lift up both legs, like it's becoming, right? And then push your hands into the knees and the knees into your hands. And again, if you want to, you can definitely lift up the head. If that's a little too much, please rest your head. You can feel your abs firing up nicely in this. Breathe. And then slowly let the legs go down, shake out the legs a little. If you have your strap and your towel or your belt or whatever you use as the yoga strap, grab that and put your foot into the strap. So the strap is on the ball of the foot so that it makes it easier to flex the foot, bring the toes a little towards you, push the heel out towards the ceiling, relax the shoulders, the jaw, and your forehead. Breathe here. If you feel like it, and the knees a little bend, push towards straight, but it doesn't have to be straight. Just that's the direction you want to go. And if you feel like it, you can also slide that left leg out. Flex the left foot, anchor the leg down, and see if you can, with your next exhale, bring that right leg a little closer towards you. Breathe here. And then take both ends of your strap into the right hand and slowly, I just want to change my position so you can see it. Slowly bring the leg out towards, whoops, the right. Oh dear, all right. Now, left hand onto the left hip, flex your left foot, flex your right foot, still keep pushing that heel away. You want to create a long, long leg. Push it away. Both shoulders evenly on the ground. Long, long spine, long neck. Slowly bring your leg back to the middle. Switch your hands. And then slowly bring it over to the other side. It's not a big movement. Keep that right hip on the floor. I'm sorry, that's my phone. Slowly bring the leg back into the middle. Bend your knee and take it over to the other side. Sorry. Okay, so flex that left foot. Push the heel towards the ceiling. And then relax the shoulders. See where that knee wants to go. Maybe it wants to stay bent. Breathe. And maybe you want to stretch out that right leg. How does your lower back feel when you do that? And then with your next exhale, maybe bring the leg a little closer towards you. Stretch the back of the left leg. Slowly bring the straps, both ends, into your left hand. You can put the right hand onto the right hip and just open your leg towards the left. And also, if you feel like you might want to bend your knee when you do this one, just to keep both hips on the floor, see how that feels, try it out. And if that is what you prefer, go ahead, do that. Both shoulders are on the floor, both hips are on the floor. My dog is waking up. All right, slowly bring the leg back to the middle, switch the hands, bring the straps over, and then again, small movement. This is never a big movement, right? Make sure your left hip is on the floor. Breathe here, keep both feet flexed, still push the heel away from you towards the ceiling. And then slowly bring the leg back to the middle. And bend your knee. Take the strap off. Okay, I'm going back onto my mat. Okay. And then just bring the knees into the chest. Rock gently from side to side. Roll onto your side. And we come onto knees, chest, no, onto the knees and the hands. On your time. All right, so put your hands right underneath the shoulders. Open up your fingers wide. And then press all fingers, all knuckles into the floors. If you want to grab the floor. And then make sure your knees are underneath your hips. And if you see your feet, make them disappear so everything is aligned. And then just sink in between your shoulder blades, right? And let the head angle down just for a moment. And then push up all the way in between the shoulder blades, a little bit higher. And then go just a little lower, right in between. Shoulders away from the ears. And then again, engage your abs just to stabilize. And then we're going to stretch out the right leg, tuck the toes under and push the heel away. Breathe here. Slowly bend your knee and then stretch out your left leg. Tuck the toes under, push the heel away. Breathe. Bring the knee back down. Same thing that we just did, but a little different. So we lift the head, drop the belly down. Inhale, cat-cow, right? And then we round the back, drop the head down, reach the abs, create space in the back of the body. And then create space in the front of the body, right? Lift the head, open up the chest, drop the belly down, inhale. And then as you exhale, scoop those abs in and out, push the floor away. And then one more time, drop the belly, lift the head. And slowly come back to neutral spine. And then from here, we lower down onto the belly. Doesn't matter. Find a nice way of coming down. And then just rest your head on your forehead. And then hands go underneath your shoulders. And open up the feet a little bit wider than, maybe a little wider than your hips. And then wiggle the hips a little bit. And with your next inhale, you lift up into your cobra, baby cobra. Feel the back muscles working, opening up the chest. Breathe, slowly lower, put your head on one side, wiggle your hips. And then with your next inhale, lift all the way up. Look towards the front of the mat. Breathe here. And then when you lower down, turn your head the other way. Wiggle your hips. And then make a pillow with your hands. And put your forehead onto your hands. And then lift your left or your right leg up, stretch it out, put it back down. And then lift your left leg, stretch it out, put it back down. And then just lift, take a deep breath in, lift your right leg, hold it here, breathe. And then with your next exhale, lower your leg slowly back down. It doesn't have to be high. And then with your next inhale, lift your other leg up and point your toes, point your foot. Make that leg really, really long and slowly lower it back down. And again, inhale your right leg up, hold it here. Slowly lower it back down. Inhale your left leg up. Imagine you lengthen it, or somebody is pulling your leg all the way. And then slowly lower it back down. Beautiful. Put your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under and push up into table. From table, untuck the toes and rest for a moment in child pose. One full inhale. One full exhale. Come back into table. From table, we tuck the toes under and lift up into downward facing dog. You can walk your dog, pedal your legs. And then see what your fingers are doing. Spread them out wide. Maybe you can lift your toes, put them out, or spread them out, put them back down. You can also just lift your heels. If that's a little too much, keep your knees bent. Then focus on your hip bones, or no, your sit bones. Push them all the way up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Breathe here. And then lift up from the tippy toes, lower back down into table. And then untuck, no, keep the toes tucked. And then now we're gonna go into knees, chest, chin. So we lower down, the arms are working, and then we slide into a cobra. Breathe here. And then lower down, rest your head on one side, wiggle the hips. And then again, with the next inhale, we lift up into cobra. But now we slide the arms forward and come into Sphinx pose. Elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Open up the chest. Lift your gaze towards or forward. Breathe here. Slowly lower back down onto the chest, and now turn your head the other way, wiggle the hips. And then tuck your toes under, press into your hands, come back up into table. And from table, take your time into child pose. Full inhale, full exhale. And then from here, we come into table again. And we lift up the right leg, tuck the toes under, stretch your heel, push the heel away. Feel your shoulders square towards the mat, right? So that not one shoulder is forward and the other is a little back. They're even out in the same line. Scoop those abs up and lift your right leg up. Flex the foot, push the heel away. Lift your left arm and push that arm away towards the front. Create length. Feel how those abs scooped in and up stabilize you. Breathe here. And then slowly bring your arm down, bring your knee down. Come with me into a cat pose, arch that back. Drop the head down, scoop the abs in and up. And then slowly come into a neutral spine again. Tuck your left toes under, push your heel away. Lift your left leg. Feel it lengthening. And lift your right arm. Lengthen it the opposite way. Scoop your abs in and up. Lift the head. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Slowly lower the hand, the knee down, and round your back again. And come back into a neutral spine. And lift your left arm and the right leg straight away. Find that length again. And then we just do it 2 times. So you bring the elbow and the knee together. Scoop those abs in and up and find that round spine that we do in cat pose. And then stretch it out. Long arm, long leg. Breathe. And then again, bring the elbow and the knee together underneath your belly. Scoop the belly in and up, round your back. And then stretch it out. And last time, find that long, long, long body. And lower the hand and the knee down. And sit back in child pose. Bend your elbows a little, maybe roll the wrists. Curl the fingers, move your fingers, and then slowly come back up into table. Same thing on the other side. Stretch your right arm out and your left leg. Flex your left foot, push the heel away. Find that long arm, long leg, long spine. And then slowly bring the elbow and the knee together underneath your belly. Round that back and then stretch the arm and the leg out. Take your time. And again, slowly, elbow and knee together. And stretch it out. Long, long body. Slowly lower your hand and knee down. Tuck your toes under. Come into downward facing dog. Breathe. Come onto your tippy toes. Lower back down into table. And from table again to knees, chest, chin. Slide into cobra. Shoulders away from the ears. Maybe that one comes a little bit higher, but it doesn't have to. You can stay down here too. And then again, slide your elbows underneath your shoulders. Create a lot of surface with your forearms and your hands. Spread the fingers wide. Proud chest. Lift your gaze forward. If you like, bring your left, you can stay here, breathe. You can also bring your left hand over to touch the right elbow or the crease of your elbow, and then bend your right leg. You can stay here and keep that pose and just breathe. You can also hold on to your right foot and push that foot away from you. Open up the right shoulder and your knee and the hip, the front of the hip. See if you can still keep your hip and your shoulders square. Proud chest and then slowly let go. Come back into Sphinx pose. Wiggle the hips and slowly make a pillow with your hands. Lower down. And again, maybe windshield wipers, bend your knees, left and right. And then stretch the legs out. And again, with your next inhale, put your hands underneath the shoulders. With your next inhale, come back into cobra. Breathe here. And then slowly slide your arms forward, come into Sphinx pose. And if this is already challenging, stay here. Listen to your body. Gaze forward. You can bend your left knee if you feel like it. And you can stay here too. This is perfect. You can also bring your right hand over to your left elbow. And then bring your left hand onto the left foot. and push that foot away from you, opening up the left chest, knee, thigh. Breathe here. And then slowly, 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 when you feel like it's the same time, let go. And then bring your head down onto the floor. And again, wiggle the hips, bend your knees, windshield wipers left and right. Keep the pressure of the lower back. Lower your legs back down. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Lift back up into table. And from table, tuck the toes under into down facing dog. Pedal the legs. Feel the length of the spine now. The length of your legs. The length of your arms. Breathe. Maybe bring the chin towards the chest and look towards your knees. And feel how that maybe lengthens your spine even more. And then slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Come into a forward fold. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. And then maybe hold on to your elbows. Bend your knees a little. Or a lot if you like, and you want to try that out. Rest the chest on your thighs and feel how you can let go towards the earth. Melt down. You can also straighten the knees a little more, let the arms go down. And then press into the feet. Scoop those abs up and start rolling up. Boom, boom, boom. The last one that comes up is your head. Okay, fixing the pants and the hair. And then just find your mountain pose. So your feet hip width apart. Maybe you want to lift your toes and spread them out wide. Bring your hands maybe on your hips and just lift your heels. See how that feels. And slightly bend your knees. Engage your abs, scoop them in and up, send that tailbone down towards the floor, and then keep that length. Lift your arms. Inhale. Exhale back down. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, keep the arms lifted. And now I want you to bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Create the length. Be as high, as tall, as long as you can possibly be. Push the feet down into the floor and lengthen, create space. Keep that space in your spine, but drop your shoulders down and bring your arms to the side. Keep the length, keep the length. All right, and then bring your hands onto your hips. I'm just changing my position. I hope you're standing on the front of the mat. If not, with me. And keep your hands on the hips. And I want you to keep them here to feel how, you know, when you imagine that those are headlights, that both of your hips look forward, right? So keep your hands here. And then step your right foot back. And to keep that, the hips look forward, you know, you can't go too far back. This is just going to be warrior one. Hips moving forward or looking forward. And then bend your front knee. And lift your arms all the way up. Now again, just for a moment, I want you to lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Create that length. Reach up towards the sky. Then keep the length in the spine and drop your shoulders down. Reach up high, and if you like, keep the length, but open up the chest a little bit. You can't go that far back into the back bend if you keep the length in the spine. but maybe lift your gaze towards the ceiling and then slowly lower the upper body. So you're folding from the hips and you create a long line. Keep the front knee bent, reach the arms away from you, spread your fingers wide, long spine, and then lift back up, warrior one. Bring your hands onto the hips and step forward. Find that mountain pose again, and then bring the weight over into your right leg. Breathe. Drop the shoulders down, and then step your left foot back. Yes, turn the foot out a little bit. I forgot that. And that's the thing, when you turn your foot out, your hip almost, not almost, it wants to follow, right? So keep the hip forward. Scoop the abs in and up, and bend your front knee, and lift your arms again, and lift the shoulders towards your ears. Long, long, long spine. Push down into the foot. Create length, space in between the vertebrae. Now keep the length. Drop your shoulders down. Energize your fingertips. Breathe. And then maybe come into it. Keep that length right, but lift the gaze into a small, small back bend. To open up the front of the chest, and then slowly fold from the knee forward. We create a long line from the back here, through the back of the knee, the glute, your spine, the neck, shoulders, elbows, arms. Breathe. And then come back into that warrior one. Bring your hands onto the hips and step forward. Shake it out. It looks so easy, right? But it's hard work. All right. So hold on to something. We come into King Dancer, which is also a back bend, but I want you to keep that length in your spine. So if you want to hold on to the chair, to the wall, to the couch, to whatever is close to, go ahead and find that. And then just, I'm standing like this, you can see it. Bring the weight into your left leg. And then hold on with your left hand to whatever you want to hold on. And then bend that left knee just a little. Find that long spine. And then hold on to your right foot. You can use your strap. If the hand cannot reach the foot today, then make that loop. But if that's the case, definitely hold on to something, right? And then you can hold on to the strap or to your bed or to your towel. And then just stay here. Perfect. Push, if your hand is on your foot, push your foot into the hand. You can stay here. Enjoy the opening of the chest and your leg. You can also lift up your left arm. Find again that long, long, long body, leg and arms. And if you like, you can keep or you can lift your right knee behind you, opening up the whole front, and still find that long spine. Look at something that is not moving, and then slowly, slowly lower down. I was looking at my dog. My dog is definitely not moving. All right, slowly let go. And then we change to the other side. Again, if you want to get your strap, put it around your foot. Do that. Hold on with your right hand. And then bring your weight into your right foot. And hold on to the left. You can stay here if you need. Maybe if you try to bring it in the same line as the other one is. And just stay here and breathe. You can also lift your right arm. Maybe see how it feels. Lift that right arm up to the ear. Keep that length and then push it back down. Push the shoulder back down. And then slowly, if you like, you can lift the left knee up behind you. Keep pushing the foot into the hand, and your upper body and the right arm are your counterbalance. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, right? So if you're wobbly, just find your balance and come back into the pose. Breathe again. Maybe you want to bend that right knee. And one side might feel different than the other. Totally okay. Slowly lower back down. Shake it all out. And then come to the front of the mat. Making our way back down. So lift your arms, reach up high. Last time we're going to lift the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. Long, long spine. Drop the shoulders down and then bring the arms to the side. Bring the chin towards the chest. Scoop your abs in and up. Bend your knees. Roll down. Boom by boom. Breathe. And when you're all the way down, put your hands right beside your feet and step back into downward dog. Pedal your legs one more time. Lengthen the spine again in this upside down position. Breathe. Unlock the elbows. See how your where your heels are. Maybe they're a little bit lower, maybe not. Can you lift your toes? Spread them out wide, put them down. Focus on those sit bones, lift them up. And then from here we come into either plank pose or just bring the knees onto the floor. So 2 options, and then from here we're gonna lower down onto the belly. Okay. And then from here you slide your elbows underneath your shoulders. You can stay here. You know what's coming, right? Bow pose. But if bow pose might be not in the cards today, you did already a lot of those back bends. So just stay here and enjoy, all right? If you like, you can also bend those knees. Point your feet. And then hold on to one foot and then to the other. And then with your next exhale, lift the knees and open up those shoulders. See how you maybe move up and down with your breath. Lift those knees. And then slowly lower everything down. Stretch the legs out. Wiggle those hips. And if you were in this position and you thought, no, I don't want to do that, then maybe you want to lift your arms now, lift your head now, lift both legs now. Breathe here. And just when you think, now I'm going to lower my arms and my legs, no, you're going to lift them a little higher. Yes, and then slowly you lower everything down, tuck your toes under, and hands underneath your shoulders. You press back into child pose. And this time, if you like, you can bring your arms right beside the body and drop your shoulders down. Just checking the time and feel it. Scoop your abs in and up. See how maybe that lift or stretches the lower back a little more. And then from here, slowly bring your hands underneath the shoulders, press down, lift up, and then bring your legs out in front. Take the sit and fleshy parts of the sit bones. Sit tall, flex your feet. If you can, bring the hands right beside you into staff pose. And here again, think of that long spine. And without lifting up your arms and without lifting your shoulders towards your ears, find that long spine, the space in between the vertebrae. Feel the sit bones, the top of your head moving away from each other. And then slowly bring your hands in front, keep that long spine. And then bring your right knee in and bring the right foot over the other side, over your left knee. Wrap your right arm around. Keep that length like somebody is lifting you up and bring that right hand behind you. Keep your left foot flexed. Push that left heel away from you. And slowly untwist. Slowly bring the upper body back to the middle, and we do the same thing on the other side. First, find that long spine again. Bring your left knee in. Bring that left foot over the right knee. Wrap the right arm around again. Lengthen all the way up. Bring that left arm behind. Don't worry so much about how far you can twist, but how far up you can lengthen. Breathe. And then slowly, whenever you feel it's the same time spent on this side than it was on the other, untwist and stretch your legs out. So do any movements right now that you feel like you still want to do and you haven't done them yet. Go ahead and do that. And I just want you to talk through, or I want you to understand the Shavasana, right? So let's lie down. And okay, if you're doing something like bring the knees into your chest or happy baby pose, go ahead and do that. I just give you a moment. If you don't feel like doing anything, just lie on your back, keep your knees bent, and feel that length of the spine. So if you are lying like this now, you feel a little bit of an arch in the lower back. So that curve is absolutely natural. So I would like you to lift your hips just a little bit and put both hands onto your lower back. And as if you want to wrinkle out the material of your clothes, push maybe the muscles and the sit bones, not the sit bones, the glutes away from your lower back, right? So you push it out, smoothing it out. And then lie down, put that lower back down and relax the shoulders and see how that feels. And then when you relax, you feel that natural curve automatically coming, right? So then if you like, there's so many options. So you choose whatever you feel is the comfortable for you. You can keep your knees bent like this. You can also walk your legs out. If you walk your legs out, have your legs a little further away than the width of your hips. And then let your legs fall out naturally. So your toes, your feet fall out, right? And then if you're lying like this for 5 minutes and you feel Oh, my lower back does not like that. That's a little too much. You just bend your knees at any time. So see, now focus on the shoulders. You can also lift up the lower back and maybe squeeze, no, the upper back, squeeze the shoulder blades a little together so that your chest is nice and open. It also helps if your palms are facing up and your arms are about, I don't know, 8 inches away from your body and you're not touching any props. So if this is your Shavasana pose, that's perfect. Also, maybe put on some socks, maybe get a blanket. If you have something you can put underneath your knees to loosen up that lower back, then do that. And if you have an eye pillow, that would be fabulous if you like that. And I talk you through Shavasana. All right. Yes, socks, blankets, cardigans, hoodies, whatever you feel. Put that on right now. I'm just going to turn off this phone. And then slowly, you maybe want to close your eyes. You can also keep them open. Just relax the eyes, the gaze. And then start to follow your breath without changing anything. Just see or focus on your exhale and your inhale. So follow the natural cycle of your breath. Just be aware of your breath. Maybe with your inhale, you might feel a sense of expansion and openness in the body. And with each exhale, maybe there's a feeling of relaxation and peacefulness. And then start to focus on your body. Scan down your body all the way from the top of your head down through your feet. And then start to focus on your toes. Relax your toes. And then your ankles, calf muscles, the back of your knees, the top of your knees, thighs, hamstrings, glutes, hips. And then with your next exhale, allow your legs to become heavy. Soften your belly, your chest. Relax the lower back, middle back, and your upper back. Relax your shoulders, elbows, wrists, all 10 fingers. With your next exhale, allow your arms to become heavy. Relax the back of your head, the top of your head, forehead, temples, ears. Relax the jaw, the tongue in your mouth. Soften your lips, your eyes, and the space between your eyebrows. And with your next exhale, allow yourself to fully trust the surface you are lying on. Allow your body to be just as it is. Now slowly, without changing anything, bring your attention back to your room and back to your body. Start to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then maybe stretch your legs and stretch your arms. Nice, gentle and slow. And then bring one knee into the chest and then the other. Take your time. And then roll onto your right side. Stay there just for another moment. Nothing else to do. And whenever you are ready, slowly push yourself up into a seated position. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Lower the chin towards the chest and thank yourself for being here this morning. I thank you for coming. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Mandy, for another terrific Thursday morning yoga class.